Hello, Cancer. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your weekly read for the week of the 13th to the 19th of April 2020. I hope you're doing well, Cancer. Cancer, I've got a half-price reading sale the weekend that I'm publishing this reading. So if you're still a weekend when you're watching this, then there's a half-price reading sale. And this weekend it's on my Your Next Steps reading. So if you want to hear from your higher self of what your next steps are, where it's leading you, what it wants you to focus on next or do next, then you'll want to get one of those readings while they're in the half price sale this weekend. So there's a link up there to book in for one of those. That makes them 60 Australian dollars instead of 120 Australian dollars, which is about 35, 40 American dollars. So it's a great time to get a reading. I get all of my readings out within 24 hours, and they're 3 pages long, those ones. So check that out. And if it's not the weekend, you can check out my website, BeHealing.com, to see what the half price offer is at the weekends, each weekend. So what's the story for you guys? Cancer, let's see. Oh, abundance. It's all about abundance this week, and it's about the people you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Have you heard that before, Cancer? Of course, abundance comes from the universe, but it flows through people, doesn't it? Abundance flows through people. We've got to receive from people. Sometimes we receive from animals and trees, but a lot of the things that we want come through people, whether it's hugs and friendships and smiles and money and, I don't know, houses, services that we want from people. A lot of our abundance comes through people. It comes from our connections. It's from who you know, not what you know. Now, to be open to receiving abundance requires us to be open to people. So, Cancer, what I'm hearing from this is you've been kind of trying to open yourself up to abundance, and you've been ignoring the people factor. You've been seeing abundance as some kind of abstract thing coming from the universe, and then not seeing that it comes through people. It reminds me of that story. What is it? There's a flood, and there's a man on the roof of his house in the flood. And the water's rising, 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 rising. And someone comes along in a boat and says, "Come on, get in the boat, I'll save you." And the man says, "No, I've prayed to God, God's going to save me." And so the guy in the boat goes, "Okay, fair enough," and leaves him on the rooftop. And then a helicopter, like the water's rising and rising and rising, and then a helicopter comes along, dangles the ladder down to do the rescue. The army guy, whoever it is, comes down the ladder and says, "Come on, hold on to this, I'll save you. Grab onto this rope ladder, climb up it, I'll save you." And the man says, "No, no, 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 no. It's all right, I've prayed to God, God's going to save me. I don't need saving from you," right? And so the helicopter guy is like, "Okay, crazy man." And then the water rises and rises and rises until he drowns. And so then he gets to heaven, talks to God, and says, "God, why didn't you save me? I prayed to you. You said you're going to save me." He's like, "I sent a boat. I sent a helicopter." Right. And so I'm picking up the same kind of thing from you, is that you're saying, no, 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 I just want my abundance from the universe, not through people. So it's like, I've been hurt, so I'm not open to people. I'm closed-hearted, but I want this abundance. I'm just going to focus on abundance, and I don't need it through people. I can just stay in my room and be closed off. I know we're in lockdown right now, but you might have been in lockdown before that. You might have been a bit of a recluse and not want people around you because you're unhealed. And you feel vulnerable around people. You don't want to receive from them. That could be scary. Maybe it's come with so much resentment and hurt before. Whenever you've received from people, you just don't want to do that anymore. And so you're praying for abundance instead. You're praying for abundance, like, "God, give me abundance, give me abundance." Someone knocks on your door, you're like, "I'm not answering that door. People are scary." That kind of thing. You've got that going on. And you've got to realize it's who you know, not what you know. It's about your open-heartedness. So to be open to abundance, don't focus on abundance anymore, because I feel like you've worked in that area. It's like you're open to abundance, but it's got to come through people. You've got to open your heart now. Let's see where this is going. Cancer. Maybe you're just like, open-hearted one way, because I'm just thinking like cancers that I know, very open-hearted, but like in a giving way, maybe not a receiving way. So, you know, our hearts, you've got 4 chambers, right? Our hearts. 2 of those chambers are for receiving blood, and 2 of them are for pumping that blood out, right? There's balance there. There's 4 chambers. So if we think of our hearts, the emotional aspect of our hearts, one of those chambers that gives the blood out is for giving to other people. One of those chambers is for giving to ourselves. One of those chambers is for receiving from ourselves, and one of those chambers is from receiving from other people. And I feel like you've got the giving stuff. Maybe you've got the giving to other people thing. Maybe that part of your heart's working just fine. Maybe you've got the maybe not so much giving to yourself. I don't know. Can you give to yourself? Maybe not. Maybe you've got the receiving, maybe you've got the giving to yourself and receiving from yourself sorted, but you're not so good at receiving from other people. So if your heart's out of balance, what happens? Physically, you die, right? If your heart stops working, it can't be out of balance. You'll have a heart attack or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what would happen if in that case, but it's not going to work anymore, right? And your heart, if your heart stops, it's because it's out of balance. It's not going to keep you alive. So you need to get that balance. You need to allow yourself to receive from people. You need to open up your heart. So maybe this is a healing week for you, Cancer. Detaching from respect. Okay. So have you had issues around this with people? Them not respecting you? Maybe that's why you're hiding away from people. You don't want to receive from them because they've been disrespectful to you. What is it for you? I don't know. This is going to be different for everybody, right? We all have our own baggage, our unique combination of baggage. You've got your own unique combination of baggage around respect, and you need to detach from that. You need to heal it. Heal it properly so you can detach from it. And what do I mean by that? Heal it properly. It's about getting to the roots of it, you know? We can't just ignore stuff. Things don't heal when we ignore it. It's like a wound, you know? You can't just like ignore it because then it festers. It's dirty, it's festering. You've got to clean it out. To clean it out, you've got to like filch on in there and get the dirt out, and it's the dirty healing work you've got to do this week. Cancer, you've been called to do that dirty healing work, and maybe this is why you're in lockdown personally, so that you've got time for yourself to do that dirty healing work, the deep stuff, you know. We avoid it because we don't want to go there. We don't want to face it. We don't want to go to the places that hurt. We don't want to clean out that wound. Have you ever tried cleaning out a wound on a small child? Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it at all. They don't even want the face wiping when it's really dirty. They're very resistant to that. We're all resistant in our own way, especially to this healing, the healing stuff. So what can you do about it? First of all, Cancer, you can stop trying to work it away. This means stop trying to distract yourself with work. This is saying you're trying to find abundance, right? And you're not realizing that you don't want it through people, but you're trying to work. Well, if you're working, you think you're working directly for the universe and for abundance direct from the universe, but until you're open to people, until your heart's open to people, you're not going to get it through. So what's the point in trying to ignore the healing that needs to be done and just like work more to get more? You're missing the middle man, you know, the helicopter and the boats showing up, and you're saying, no, I'm just going to get saved by God. I'm just going to do it through my work, and it's like you can't. So detach from your work now. There's no point. You're wasting your energy. You're having to do like 10 times as much work for like 100th of the results from it. But when you've done this healing work, and it's dirty healing work, and you're resistant to it, but it's going to open you up. It's going to open you up to actually receiving what it is that you want to receive. The abundance that you want is through opening your heart to people, to receive, not just to give. You've got the giving part done. Just need to find some balance now. And up until now, so it's time to let go of the past. The past, that's the way you've been functioning. And you've got to realize, Cancer, that it's out of balance. And it's your time to receive now. So you need to learn how to receive. And to learn how to receive, you've got to do that dirty healing work, the deep stuff. Get help with that. I mean, it's going to be different. As I said, everyone's got their own unique selection of luggage, right? And it's that needs healing. So get help in that. If you want some help from me in that, come along to behealing.com. I do breakthrough sessions via Skype to do the real ugly, deep healing work with the help of your higher self, which makes it very easy to do. Or get the help of someone else. You know, there's all kinds of people that could help you do that deep healing work, and get some help. Get it done. Get it done while you're in lockdown. A lot of us healers work online. I'm going to help you do that, or counselors, or whatever kind of help that you need, because you've got to change these patterns. And so I think, like, I'm feeling like you've been making excuses, and this is your excuse, Cancer. I'm trying to get the abundance direct from God, direct from the universe. Don't want it through people, because people are jealous anyway. Like, I don't want them to be involved, because they're just going to be jealous of me and they're not going to give me what I want. So I get it direct from the universe. It's blocks. You're shielding yourself off from it. So that could have been your excuse, is the jealousy thing, the wanting to disconnect from people, it not be about people. You want the abundance to come fall from the sky instead of coming through people. It's not what you really want. You want your heart to be balanced. You want to be able to receive. You want community. You want to feel the love in everything. That's true abundance. You don't just want the money. You want it all. And you can have it all, but you got to do the healing work to get there. It's a healing week for a lot of signs this week, especially for you, Cancer. Let's go back through that. So, trying to get the abundance without people. And you can't, because it's who you know, not what you know. You need to be open to peeps, because that's where the abundance comes from. It comes from the universe, but it comes through people. So you can't do it by being closed-hearted. Oh, that fly. Trying to get in my face. Detaching from, like, healing this disrespect thing, your aversion to people, whatever is behind that. We need that to get that healing work done. And don't try and just distract yourself through work. As I said, you're going to be working like way too much to try and get the abundance that you want. And until you've healed this stuff, you're just wasting your energy, really. You're doing way too much. So don't try and distract yourself with work, and just keep on with that same pattern that you've been doing until now, of working way too hard for it, getting way too little from it, because you're being called to learn how to receive now, and you can only do that through the healing work. And let go of the excuses that you've had to detach from people. Let go of those excuses. That's just your ego coming up with a good reason why not to do this. And you don't want to do it really, because those wounds, oh, it hurts. You don't want to face that stuff because it's deep and it's ugly and it hurts. But you've got to clean that wound out, because you only do it once and then it heals. Or maybe it's not just once. Sometimes you have to keep on doing it again and again, but it will heal for good. And so it's time. You're being called to heal properly now, Cancer. There you go. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. How did that resonate with you? Love hearing from you, Cancer. And have an awesome week, Cancer. I hope you heal. Bye.